In this video, we'll discuss setting up employees and managing employees. Employees are managed under the Human Capital Management module, and it's a subcomponent to that module. So the first thing, there's an administration section where you can set up the different employee groups and types of job categories you have, the positions that you have open, and those types of things, the types of travel expenses that you have. One thing to note here is that the system handles the concept of multiple employers. So obviously we're within a single set of books from an accounting legal perspective, but you could also have multiple employers within that. So each employee reports up to an employer, and you could segregate transactions and payrolls within that. The employee management module, let's look at that a little more in depth. Obviously setting up your employees, pretty straightforward, setting up the basics, the defaults, their earnings codes, their dependents, all that information about employees, how they're paid, biweekly, semi-monthly, all those things are managed here. You could also set up binary files with copies of their driver's license or credentials that they may have, certifications they may have, that type of thing. You could also have a default time card, so perhaps if a person is always paid the same thing each month, you could set it up as a default and have that processed. You could also have time cards set up through time clocks where it's a little more empirical, again based on transactions coming from that, so that's all supported. But the default time card is really a way to help you save data entry time if you can use that, if it's possible. Certification endorsements and certification restrictions and certifications. This is a single architecture that basically allows you to say which certifications a person has, an employee has earned. Again, certifications can expire. So the system will warn you that this guy's certification is about to expire, of course with enough lead time, an adjustable amount of lead time to let you know to take action on that, so that you make sure that all of your employees that are required to be certified or that you would like to be certified are certified, and that those certifications are kept up to date. There may be restrictions or certain endorsements that go along with those certifications that your customers may demand to see. So again, you could track all that information and have it instantly available for a particular employee. You can set up their dependents, specifically named people that this kind of comes into play with their insurance module, but also establishing who those dependents are. You can set up employee events, and events could be a thing like hired, fired, rehired, terminated, reprimanded. Again, the different types of things that can happen to an employee. It's an unlimited architecture. There's probably 75 or so built-in event types. You can create additional ones, and again, keep sort of a lifetime to date track record of what an employee's been through, so that you could instantly pull it up in time, the things that you think are worthy of storing about an employee, keeping track of those, and again, analyzing that over time. There's group benefits, again, some insurance information, the insurance setup itself. Employee receivable credits, if you actually loan money to employees or allow them to take advantage of company resources where you expect that to be repaid, you can age that, run reports that who owes you what, and then deal with them paying you back through this architecture. Setting up the different tax profiles that an employee has. The system deals with multi-state payrolls, so an employee could have one profile that deals with when they work in a certain jurisdiction and another for another jurisdiction, so that would set that up. And then also trainings that they may have completed. So if you're looking for employees to stay trained and stay current on different things that affect their job and the quality of their job, this may be coming from pressures put on you by your customers and the jobs they're doing. But again, this allows you to deal with those trainings, set up additional trainings, schedule trainings, and then also make sure that when a training expires or training is due again, that the system warns you with enough lead time to take advantage of that. So that gives you the basic overview of setting up employees and the different things you could do with that.